I have no desire to contradict people who are pursuing their goals. That is their goal. But for me, I'm looking at something bigger. But I want you to know my honest opinion. I think many people see the PLU leader as the rising sun, and they see the chairman of NRM as a setting sun. And naturally, people want to gravitate towards the rising sun. But they forget that it's the same sun which sets, which also rises. There are no two suns. How many suns do we have? It is one. This same Njuba, the Jagoloba. Then it comes back. Now the rushing around, you see, what you are right actually to call it drama, because it is dramatic. When somebody says one thing today, then says the exact opposite with the same conviction. How can you not call that drama? So people want to be right. Every member of the political class is struggling to be right. You know, there was once a man who reached a village and he found a board. And on the board, there were circles written with the center, which we call the bull's eye. And there were arrows in the center, meaning that somebody with a very good marksmanship had hit the arrows in the bull's eye. So he asked someone, who is this good marksman who cannot miss? And then they said, it is the village fool. Said, bring him to me. So he asked the village fool when he arrived, you are such a good marksman. How do you manage to hit the center of the circle? And the village fool said, it is very simple. I first shoot the arrows, then I draw the circle afterwards. I think that's what is happening in Uganda. Nobody wants to be wrong. So, in order not to be wrong, you don't take any risks. You support everybody. So, in a country where people believe that the chairman of the PLU is the rising sun, it is a politics of positioning. But that shouldn't surprise you. Like now, people would want to be close to Prince Semakokiro because they calculate that, you know, future is going to be the future king. So if you want to be Katikiro, maybe you start, if you want your son to be Katikiro, you make sure they become friends. This is natural. I understand that as a political philosopher. So that is why that village in Mukono has now become the most famous place for political pilgrimage. It's called Shombo. And there's nothing wrong with that. I speak to the chairman of the PLU, and we enjoy mutual respect.